let's try to get this deployed then. Let's see what happens with that. So I need to make a new repo for that because this repo has on main the other finished app. Well, I guess I could use my finished app. No, I'm gonna use the same app we all have. That way it's consistent. We'll make a new repo and just connect it right quick. Come here. Why don't you work? Thank you. So this will be AI full stack deploy, something like that. Copy that. And I'm just gonna paste that. Oh, wait, I need to not call it origin. I forgot I already have something here. I'll call this, let me see. Oh, I kind of already did it, huh? Or did it? Okay, I think it worked out. So I'll just call this like, I don't know, deploy, I guess. Okay, cool. So then I can say, I think it's already there. Great. All right, so I have all my stuff here. No. What's here? What's in here? Okay, that's not bad. I was gonna say no. Why'd you put my env in there? That's fine. Okay. Let's deploy this. So we're gonna use Vercel to deploy this. So you just head over to vercel.com, make an account. I have so many things here. Once you make an account, also make sure you push your thing up to GitHub. You can't deploy to Vercel unless your project is on GitHub. I mean, I think you can with the CLI, but we're just gonna do it through GitHub. So much easier. I'm gonna add a new project, and my stuff is already connected. You can see 50 seconds ago, it saw that I had this app, so I'm just gonna import that app like so. It sees that it's a Next.js app. I can change the name of it if I want. Root directory is the root. I don't have to change anything there. I am going to have to change the build command that I found out the other day. You're going to have to do Prisma or npx Prisma generate and then do a next build. Why? There's a whole article about it somewhere. I don't know why. I didn't even read it. I was just mad that I had to do it. So we got to generate that first, and then we can do a next build. And then environment variables. So yeah, you probably want to go into Clerk, switch it over to production mode, because by default, Clerk is in like dev mode. All right, you can see right here it says development. You can switch over to production and get the production stuff. But I think, let me see. Oh, that's really cool. You can clone the development instance to production. That is great. But actually, I think the development will work in production for this example. If not, we'll make a production, but I think it'll work. I don't think it cares or knows that you're on localhost, so I think we're fine. But in a real world, you would go to production so you're not mixing development users with production users. That would be the main reason. But as far as like the functionality, I'm pretty sure it's the same. So should be good. And then OpenAI keys is good. The only thing we would need to change would be our planet scale database. We want to go get that. So let's go do that. So planet scale database. I am on this one, I believe. So we got to do a few things with this one. And that's because we probably don't have a production branch yet. You had a main branch, but you didn't designate that for production. So we got to do a few things. If you go there, you'll see this thing that says, oh, promote to production if you're on the main branch. We do. We want to promote this to production. So let's do that. We need a production branch. So we'll promote that to production. That is now the production branch. So on the production branch, we have to make something called safe migrations. Okay. I will enable safe migrations on this branch. This means protect this branch from accidental and dangerous schema changes. Enable deploy requests, schema reverts, gated deploys, and data loss warnings. I thought you got that for free automatically on production. but I guess you could not have that. But if you turn that off, you can't deploy anything to it anyway. I don't know. That should just be on, I guess. All right, now let's make a deploy request. So we'll go to branches. We'll click on my dev branch or whatever your branch is. We will deploy to main. You can add in some information. Yo, merge this, and create a deploy request. Should be fine. There's literally nothing on the main branch, so it should just go straight in there. There's no conflicts. And it's making a deploy request, which I think it already did. It's just timed out. I'll deploy these changes. It's staging them first. Like, this is really cool. Like, for a database, this is kind of insane. There's a schema revert. Man, you know, people who lost their jobs from bad migrations would have loved to have that. All right, so there we go. We now have our schema on production. So now let's connect to that. So now I can connect to the database, and you will have to create a user here. So I'm gonna connect to the main branch. Here's my password. Go ahead, steal my password and everything if you want. And here's my connection string. So this is the connection string I'm going to use. And you can see I have Prisma selected. So I'm just gonna copy that. We're gonna go back to the Vercel. Sweet thing about Vercel, if you just go into one of the environment variable names with your whole environment variable equals the value copied and you paste, it'll put them in both of these for you automatically. Like that. Pretty fire. I know. That's the best thing about this app is that. Okay. What other environment variables do we need to add? Let me see. Don't be looking at my stuff. I'm gonna add all this stuff. I'm gonna copy this. I'm gonna just. Oh wait, will it do all of them? No, it won't. Oh, it did. That's crazy. This is really cool because I spent. Oh man, when I was working on my startup, we had like 100 environment variables, and I would just like doing that in Heroku was so bad. It was so bad, so bad. Okay, and then my OpenAI key. Oh, I think that's everything. I think we're good. I didn't have anything in here other than that, which we don't need. So I think we're good here. Okay, let's hit that button and see what happens. I think the in-memory vector store in theory should work. It will work if you deploy this to like a non-serverless environment, but I just don't know how it works in serverless. It depends on the resources you have. But I mean, at the end of the day, it's just like an object. So it should be fine. It's not like writing to a file. Like you couldn't use SQLite here because you don't have access to the file system. But I don't know, let's see, let's watch it build. It's gonna break. I just remember we forgot to turn off the TypeScript and ESLint warnings. It's 100% gonna break. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that right now because I know it's happening. I already know it's about to happen. So you can go to your next config and you can say TypeScript. You can say ignore build errors true. And then you can say ESLint, ignore build errors true. And there's another one that says just ignore it completely during builds. I guess that means it just won't even run. Yeah. How about both of those?
Security in depth.
Yeah, exactly. And it's gonna do that. Push to deploy. And that would probably just, yeah, look, this thing's like, no, what are you doing? Yeah, it freaked out on the first TypeScript thing. It's ID implicitly has any. I'm like, okay, I get it. You want me to use it. I get it. No, I gotta add those all again. That's fine. It's really easy to do. So we'll just go to env again. Now I feel confident. I can just copy all of these, paste that in there. Make sure I have this overridden to npx Prisma generates, and that.
Did you mean to put a couple of random characters in the project name at the top when you like tab past it?
Oh yeah, I didn't mean to do that. Thank you. I would have been like, well, I don't know how that got there. That would have threw me off. And then database URL one more time. Cool. Now I'm gonna try to deploy this. Oh, it already exists. Oh, it deployed it? All right, I'm just gonna pick another name. Yeah, how about that? How about that? Okay, now let's see what happens. Should be good here. You can also test this locally, right? You could just run, you can build this with npx run build, but you still won't get the same environment that you get from Vercel. So Vercel lets you pull down the environment variables that you have and you can run it from there, and it's like a true thing. But I know it builds. I just don't know if it will run. That's the difference. But I mean, as you can see, it does the same thing that we would do, right? Like it will do npm install. You can see it generated the Prisma client. And now it is doing a build. Let's see. What is this? Did this break? No, it didn't break. I don't know why it's logging all that stuff out. This is a good sign. That means it built. If you've never seen an Next.js output before, every time you see one of these icons or these little logos, that's a Lambda. That means this route is dynamic. As in every time someone goes to it, it will be executed. If you see a circle next to it, that means this route is static. It's cached. It's just going to be served from a CDN, basically. So that's what that means. Oh, and hey, look at that. It looks deployed. Let's go see what broke. So let's see if this works. Oh my God, it works. Wow, sign up actually works. I didn't think the sign up was gonna work. Wow, that worked. Wow, hey, we're in. We're cooking with grease. Okay, let's test some of the AI stuff. So click new entry. Give that a minute. Come on. I know you want to make a new entry. So this is where we can go check out the logs to see why this isn't working. All right, let's refresh it. Oh, it was. I knew it was there. Okay. Now that messed up. Why did that mess up? Okay. So there's some error here on the client side. It says, what? That's weird.
I don't know if it's relevant, but I've been getting that error on the Next.js documentation a decent amount. I wonder if it is Vercel side.
I mean, it's definitely in vendors somewhere. So this looks like clerk though. Looks like something to do with clerk. It might be a clerk thing. Huh, that's weird. Maybe we do have to switch to clerk production. I don't know. That is weird. But I don't know, let's test some of the AI stuff. What was my mood? Because we do have that one in there. I know there's like a default thing. What do you mean? So it is working. I guess it's not pulling this one in though. Okay, what has my mood been like from the last entry? That's good though that that's working. Okay, I don't know why that's not pulling that in. And then that page is broke. All right, so it's halfway there. It's kind of what I thought was going to happen, that it would deploy but maybe not run all the way. So it looks like either there's some errors going on with server components or something to do with clerk and switching over to prod. But either way, that's how you deploy it. And then to fix it, You would just have to go back and forth, playing around with these errors and deploying it until you got it right. So